we have here today is an Encon Crompton Greaves Princess. And no, not that shitty ghetto princess. No, this is the good one. This is the Indian princess. Now, this thing is a bit odd. Just a little bit odd. For instance, yeah, look at the stocky nature of that motor. It's very narrow, very thick. Canopies are plastic. And the blade span is, I want to say it's 36 inches. It might be slightly smaller, maybe 33 or 34 inches. This thing's weird. Alright. This thing is very bizarre. The motor is rated for 36 inches. Or 900 millimeters per, metric terms. So, yeah, we're going to see how this thing performs. Now, this version of the Princess was the first one they made, probably around 1980, possibly earlier, maybe even in the late 70s. I'm thinking this one's late 70s. It also has a cast iron yoke. Later ones had stamped steel. So, anyway, let's see how this thing performs. Starting on low. The low speed's going to be a bit high because a motor this small needs very low capacitor values in order to give it low speeds if you're using a capacitor-based control, which in this case it's a Nutone 4-speed. So the low speed is more of a medium low, almost medium. It's already moving a lot of air. Oh yeah, did I mention that these things are rare? This version of the Princess is actually very, very rare. They very rarely show up. I've been looking for one of these for eons and eons and eons. And then, when another collector relinquished a lot of his collection due to life issues, it became available and I gobbled it up. This thing's too weird to pass up. So, then I'll go to medium low. Yeah, this medium low. Now the medium low really is more like high speed. And this thing hauls ass. Despite the dwarfish nature of the motor, this thing flies. Yeah, the motor, like all other Crompton Greaves, is aluminum. Cast aluminum. Very lightweight. Now falling to high speed. Yeah, medium high would give it a resonant frequency, so that's no good. The best control to use with this would be either the choke control that came with it, speed coil based, or a solid state control. That's the only way you can really get a low speed with this. Because the motor draws 45 watts. Which is probably like 0.35 amps, something like that. Very low current draw. Another nice thing, you can see it here, the blades have an upward pitch. This is a distinct Crompton Greaves quality. So it spreads the air around, but still directs it downwards. And this thing's probably on par, if not better, than the Moss Caribbean Breeze in 36 inch in terms of air movement. I mean, this thing is very effective. So, let's now let it coast. An alternative name for this is the High Breeze. Because all these Crompton Greaves under the Encon label were labeled High Breeze, regardless of any Encon, naming they were given. Now, later 36-inch models were interesting because they more or less shared the same motor as the 56-inch. Maybe slightly different. Or really, they used the same motor that the 48-inch and 42-inch used. So it was a little overpowered. So there you have it. An Encon Crompton Greaves Princess. I hope you enjoyed, because you do not see these very often.